another live this evening. We are talking about first impressions of Joburg, South Africa. Kind of. It's kind of because I was here, of course, in March. Uh, I liked it. So my wife, and so she had some reservations. Um, and so in our first video, I believe we were in Istanbul. I believe no, I think we were in Istanbul, either Istanbul or Atlanta, before we got here. And my wife has some reservations about expectations and things like that. And so she's going to give her first impressions of Joburg, South Africa.
First, if you are new to our channel and this is the first video that you have ever seen of ours, we are reclaiming our identity, and we've got many stories that we have told and conversations that we have had dating back to 2021. Go back, subscribe, like the channel, and view some of the other videos. It'll give you some context. I didn't have any reservations about my expectations. You had asked me in the airport what were my expectations, and I said I didn't have any. But when we got here, I realized that I did expect to see like Tokyo or Dubai, big, shiny, bright, state-of-the-art, new, modern, buildings and what have you. When we got to the airport, the only part that I experienced, of course, was after we got off the plane and go through customs and go to baggage claim. It wasn't bright and shiny and brand new or super ultra modern or updated or anything like that. So I was a little surprised because it's the largest airport on the entire continent. And Africa is massive. It can hold like 12 other countries. I might be wrong, 7 other countries. But anyway, it's ginormous. So a lot of traffic comes through the airport, which means they probably make pretty good money. So I expected it to be a little more sparkle and glitter. But everything went smoothly and worked efficiently. Things went fine. We were able to get a taxi fairly easily. Like most airports, several people were waiting out front, requesting if we needed transportation. A nice gentleman transported us. I was kind of expecting maybe like when we were in Rwanda, BW Move is a transport share service like Uber or Bolt or Lyft, and they had newer model cars. So I think, again, along with my expectation of Johannesburg being a very big major city in a more progressive country on the continent, that we may be a newer model car or whatever.
That was just a dude with a tech. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it was still a car. I'm just saying, as far as me realizing my expectations, when I made these observations, it was as if, well, if you didn't have any expectations, then it shouldn't even be an observation. So that's when I was honest with myself about the fact that I obviously must have had some expectations. So I'm just bringing that out. And then driving through the city, I noticed that it was so here we are on the impressions part. It's clean. Infrastructure is well established, highway systems, roads, and what have you. Driving is not chaotic and scary. They're, respectful on the road, courteous and mindful, and observe traffic laws. So that was nice. They do drive on the left side of the street with the steering wheel on the right side. Your passenger sits on the left. Impression. So we got here in the morning, daylight. So I wasn't like, woo, the city is so nice. It was just like, like being in Chicago, just another city for the most part. And of course, jet lagged and exhausted from all those days of travel. But, it was nice to observe that the city was clean and traffic moved pretty smoothly. It wasn't super heavy and it wasn't chaotic, and there are stoplights and stop signs and things of that nature. So overall, first impression of the city was like, oh, that's nice. Feels like any other U.S. city. Any other questions?
Okay. So, first impression, it would feel like any other U.S. city. So you were expecting, I'm assuming you were you were, I know you said you really weren't expecting anything, but you kind of were.
I realized that.
Um, so you thought that, what made you think that South Africa was probably going to be a little bit more glitz and glamour?
Well, the way you raved about it when you came back about it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. I'm like, Rwanda's beautiful. The hills.
Did I say it was beautiful?
Yes,
I don't know
you
if I
said
said
it
it was
on you
beautiful.
said it on the other video on the one we just did too. You said it's beautiful, and I'm thinking beautiful is not the word I use because beauty I think is like natural beauty, waterfalls and gorgeous palm trees and you know flowing hillsides and mountain ranges and I always saw a city. He's a city boy, so yummy. To you it might be beautiful.
Yeah.
I would now Dubai. I'd probably with gold towers and platinum skyscrapers and diamond crystal elevators, you know, and sundial buildings rotating on a string. I'd probably think that's beautiful.
And I guess that's different because I wouldn't necessarily think that would be beautiful because, so like for me, thinking about some of the other African countries that we've gone to, Tanzania, Ghana, Kenya, Rwanda, um, you know, thinking about the infrastructure of those places, some of them, you know, better than others, and then coming here and seeing that the infrastructure is very much similar to what we see in the States, comparing not South Africa to the States, but comparing South Africa to a lot of the other countries that we've already gone to me, it's beautiful because when I think about South Africa, initially when we first, you know, started talking about South Africa and when we talked about it with other individuals, you know, everybody would talk about how South Africa is, it's a easier transition, you know, because of the similarities to America. And so for me, you know,
But
it
the
is.
transition and the aesthetic are different.
No,
Two
because
different
no,
discussions.
but to me it's still, I mean, it's the same because it's when I think about comparing it to some of the other countries.
As far as
and
aesthetics, beauty,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
beauty.
yes. I mean, now remember, like you said, you consider beauty to be mountain ranges and forests and
Waterfalls
waterfalls.
and
I mean,
flowers and palm trees.
yeah, because that's, I mean, because you're a woman,
Hillsides.
you know what I'm saying? And you know, that's, you know, it was beautiful. I liked it.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so
Right.
it's okay.
So I liked it. So yeah, so I would consider it to be a beautiful city. Of course, there are, you know, some parts
Now,
like every other place that
Santon is is a nice looking city. It's pretty. Santon, they're
it's
downtown.
that the particular area is not even a city. It's, you know, because
Santon's not a city.
Johannesburg is the
It's the
city.
city, right?
Santon is
is
a
what do you guys call it in South Africa? A district, a region,
a part of town,
a
probably
borough,
like a kind of like a so like Atlanta is the city,
a town.
but Buckhead is what?
Buckhead is district.
I don't know, but it would be like a Buckhead.
A
I mean,
town,
like
a town. Yeah, I guess a town.
yeah, yeah, and so it would.
Actually, no, we call it the city of Buckhead. Yeah.
Or I think maybe because they're trying to become a city,
It
right?
might be, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause like Powder Springs is a city. But anyway,
yeah.
that's neither here or there. The area of Santon,
Is more of what you expected.
all of Johannesburg to look like.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I would say it. Yeah.
So for those who have never been to South Africa, Santon is a very upscale part of town. I mean, beautiful, looks like, you know, brand new high-rise buildings. You have Santon City Mall there, which is, you know, like literally like 500 stores. You know, so it's a beautiful, beautiful area in Johannesburg, which is what she's saying. You expected all of Johannesburg to look like.
Yeah, the skyscrapers like glass built, just newer, and you know the architecture to be really
Modern. And,
Yeah, that's yeah. Not that I need that. That's just what that's just what I thought. And then, you had any other questions?
No, if you're gonna go ahead and keep going.
I was gonna. Yes. So Joburg is the city, and inside Joburg you've got Red
Santon,
Bank,
Rosebank, Bedford View,
Yeah, Green.
Greenside.
So what are those smaller areas called? What is their official name, because you know in Rwanda you have sectors, village.
I think it's district.
Is there a
Is it
district?
district? I can't remember.
A district, a sector, a village. So we're wondering what you call the smaller area within the city. And then impressions of, so my husband took me to a couple of supermarkets that he shopped in when he came the first time. And I'm very, I was walking down, I was like, I could cook here without any problem. Find all the things that I need in one store and not have to go to different stores all over town
Only
collecting
thing we didn't
various
see
things
is
I've got to
tofu.
do. We did see tofu. We saw tofu
Oh yeah,
today.
yeah, but yeah, we did.
They didn't have tofu.
No,
at Walmart.
they did.
Yeah,
They did.
Walmart.
I think I don't remember if I saw the Woolworths, but I know it was at Checkers.
Checkers. I don't know why
Yes.
I call it Cheddars because that's a restaurant. Oh my eyes, and it faded away.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
you say
yeah.
that again? Yes. So
But it was just the
all
smaller
the sauces
packages,
and
yeah.
seasonings and we're vegan, so you know we want fresh produce, lots of vegetable options, broccoli, green beans, bok choy, Brussels sprout, carrots, produce galore, fresh, good.
You said bok choy,
Yes,
but you don't like the
I do.
bok choy.
I don't.
Because every time
I
I
don't
get
mind.
bok choy,
I'll
like,
cook
why you
it.
no, you don't cook the bok.
I put
cook
it in the
bok
stir
choy.
fry.
No, I cook the bok choy.
Baby, you
don't
cook
even-
all
you
the
don't
other
even
things.
wanna
You cook
make
pretty
it-
much everything.
Well, I know, but you don't want to even do. Why you gotta buy that bok
You know
choy
why?
stuff?
You know why? Let me tell you. Cause that back white part,
That's the good part.
he puts that in there. I don't know. I just like the green.
You know
I
what?
will cut
That's
the
what was,
bok choy in a V to just get the green leaf part. Y'all, everything in that area. Yes, yeah. We did find
they're
everything in
called
there.
districts. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense. So,
They
yeah.
had that bok choy. They had that bok choy in the food
Today?
we had today. Yes.
I didn't see that. I'm green.
It was great. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't eat that. I might have pushed that. You notice I put some stuff to the side.
I don't know what's bok
That was
choy.
probably the white, thick part of the bok choy.
Yeah. But go ahead and finish.
So anyway, the supermarket's very impressive. And like I said, we could probably get all of the staples in a Woolworth. And of course, markets,
Woolworth
stores
and or
cater
Checkers,
to
yeah.
markets. So
Mhm.
you'll have more of one thing in some store locations than you have in others. But anyway, very, very nice. Large aisles, very well lit, organized, clean. Lots of variety, many vegan options as far as meat alternatives. We didn't see many cheeses, but I don't know whether we looked.
No, we don't
So,
know
shopping would not be an issue.
the only place we saw the cheese
As far
that
as
we were
grocery.
looking was at the Kaylee's Eatery.
Kaylee's Market. Yeah. Okay.
In Green. Is that?
But you
is that
said you
Green
hadn't looked for cheese, so they very well might have it. With
Yeah.
all the vegan meats they have, I'd be surprised.
No,
if
I'm
they
saying
don't
that that's
have
the only
vegan.
place we saw it.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know, as we were looking.
Most Americans love Rosebank.
They say it's the place without Miss Heaven.
That is where our Airbnb is. It's nice, and we are in close proximity to the mall, and you know, it's walkable, which is nice. It feels safe. It's very clean. It feels very American suburban, you know, real suburby. So that's nice. Quiet. So there again is another impression. Quiet, clean, well organized city. The infrastructure is good and it's in place. So yeah, Joburg is pretty cool. I've seen enough city. He's the city boy. I want to see a lot of things. I don't want to just stay inside the city the whole time we're here, and time is winding down. So I want to see some fields of green, and I want to, you know, go out into the suburbs, like away from the city, and see what the rest of, because I'm sure.
So this is the thing.
Since
For
Johannesburg-
those of you who are viewing online, who are in Joburg, please put in the chat some suburbs that we can go to, that we can take an Uber to, that we can drive around and just see the suburbs
Like
that
outside
are
the city.
like right outside of the city. Yeah, that's what we're interested in being able to see some life outside of the city.
I want to go maybe to a park, and because I like to walk and breathe in the fresh air and look at the natural beauty. So,
And we're going to check out Four Ways on Sunday. And I think there's if I'm not mistaken, somebody can let us know. Four Ways, there's a park or something there as well, but I don't think that that's, I don't know that that's outside the city. I don't know if it is, I don't know how far, but I know it's like a, I think that's like a district now. Because they have like I think I saw that they have like a shopping district and homes and things like that.
In
So
Four Ways?
Four Ways, right. So it's not just that is that market or whatever. But it's an entire area. Yeah, and it's just the market is part of that.
Like Little 5 Points is a whole area, and then
yeah,
in Atlanta. So I mean, there's my impressions. It's cool. It's alright.
So what my wife is trying to do, he's trying to act like, nah, it's not a big deal, so she can't say that, well, I actually kind of like
it's
Joburg.
It's a nice city. No, I do like Joburg. Okay.
Four Ways, Mid-Range, you can go to Mall of Africa. Centurion is a bit far, but a nice place. Parkhurst, Mid-Range, Centurion. Okay, Parkhurst, Mid-Range.
Yeah, these are suburbs. These are places outside of the city that are a little quieter, a little more green.
Okay, so I've heard of Mid-Range, so I've heard about that. I saw Parkhurst.
I'll put them in my notes.
But I never heard of Centurion. I think they said Centurion's kind of far, so we won't go there. But we'll check out Mid-Range as well as Parkhurst. Yeah, and check out those areas and see what it's like a little bit outside of the city. And any other Centurions is in Pretoria.
I was just gonna say, tell us about Pretoria, because I'd like to go, and I was telling my husband that I'd like to get on Gyal train, and I would be able to see some.
On what train?
Gyal train.
It's not Gyal.
How is it?
Cow train.
Gyal train.
Cow train.
Gyal train.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to get on that train, that subsystem, and take a ride, and that way I'd be able to see,
So we're trying to decide whether or not we're going to do that tomorrow morning.
I thought we had already decided.
No, we hadn't decided because you want to go to breakfast tomorrow morning.
No, I don't have to go to breakfast.
That's what you said. You said you want to
go
get
to
up
breakfast
and go
in
to
Pretoria.
breakfast. So we may end up doing that. Most cleanest city, Pretoria. Okay.
You spelling it so I can say it right. I'm not even gonna try anymore. I'm gonna mess it up again. But thank you.
Yes.
So what Centurion is in Pretoria?
In Pretoria. So we were told to go to Union Building, either Union Building or Union Buildings, in Pretoria to check that out. So we may check that out tomorrow in Pretoria. Yeah, that's the train. Yes.
Yeah.
The cow train.
The train ride, is it nice? Will I get to see some of the landscape of Union Building? Yes. Will I get to see some of the landscape of Joburg outside of the city by riding the train? I would suspect so. Some of it is underground, I know. It's subway system. It makes the train faster. But some of it is above ground. Am I correct? Would I be able to see some things?
Super fast.
Yes, a quick way to get around. But I want to know, will I be able to look out the window and see some things on some areas along the route?
And actually, if I'm not mistaken, Mid-Rand is on that.
It is.
Yeah.
I remember saying. Yeah, so we could get off. Train ride. It sounds like a road trip day. Except we won't be on the road. We'll be on the train.
Yeah. So yes, it's high up. Okay. So yeah, we'll probably check that out. We'll probably check that out tomorrow. And then we'll give you guys some impressions of our train ride in Pretoria. Another place is Alberton. I saw Alberton. And put in there, where is that? Is that one of the suburbs?
And how far is it from?
And how far is that?
From Rosebank?
We're in Rosebank, yeah. Alberton goes Mid-Rand, Centurion, then Pretoria. Yes. Oh, okay,
yeah,
Centurion.
I
Yes.
on the
Okay.
dots on the
Yeah. I remember Centurion. Yes. Okay. All right.
So we want to get off there too?
I don't know, because we won't be able to, because we won't know where we're going.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we'll just be getting off just to get off. So, what we'll probably do is have to get a taxi, get an Uber to take us from here to like Mid-Rand. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't we do that?
Well, you
Why
talking about
don't we
taking
just get on the train, and maybe we can get out and walk a little bit around the train station, and then come back and get on the train.
Maybe we'll see.
Or get an Uber over the train station, pick somewhere to go, maybe have lunch. Breakfast in one spot, dinner in another.
Alberton is a bit off the route.
Oh,
Okay.
we might have to cross.
So we
that
won't be
road.
doing that one tomorrow.
But thank you for the suggestion.
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else?
Any other recommendations before we go? Suggestions? And then we'll tell you whether or not his attempt to impress me with Joburg worked, and if I will be saying yes to the country. You know the show Yes to the Dress? You probably have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I don't.
It's a show where women try on wedding gowns, that they're trying to select a wedding gown for their wedding. And the show's name is Say Yes to the Dress. He wants me to say yes to the address in Johannesburg. And we'll let you know by the end of this trip if I say yes, or if I say, you said we were going to go to Mombasa, Kenya, and visit our friends. And so I'm not saying yes to anywhere until
We
I
can
go
still
to
go to
Kenya,
Mombasa and visit our
visit
friends.
Nairobi, and take a
That
train
has
to Mombasa.
absolutely nothing to do with
And see
us.
if maybe we want to live there.
No.
Listen. Not in Mombasa.
They don't even live in Mombasa.
Yes,
They moved to Nairobi. I told you that. They moved to Nairobi.
I did not know that. Residential tourists, if you are on here,
They moved to Nairobi probably about
Adela, you need to give
5
text
months
me.
ago.
Oh, that reminds
6
me.
months ago.
Our friend Will. Will, if you happen to see this video, we need to check on you too. See what y'all are doing. If you're ready to peace out of the U.S. and make your plans to head back to Africa.
It might be 15
15 miles from Roseman.
Oh, that's not far. That's not far because
I mean,
If it's
What?
15 minutes.
yeah, no, it's not going to be 15 minutes. Don't miss out. Botswana is like SA, but safer and great for families.
I have heard, we have a friend who went to Botswana. She was there for about a week or two, and she highly recommended. She enjoyed it thoroughly. She said it felt very safe.
those places would take you the whole day, not enough day. Okay.
Yeah, one day is not enough to see several of them. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for the Botswana recommendation. That's another place I'd like to visit. But you know what my husband would say? We ain't gonna visit Botswana after we move to Johannesburg.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's.
You know, if we were to come to,
I don't know.
So it sounds like you're saying consider Botswana as an option.
I don't know. I would have to-
100% finalized and sold on Johannesburg.
I mean, because the thing is, we haven't seen enough of South Africa, and that's why I'm saying, even because we want to check out Sun City. Put on list, please, Sun City.
So even, like I said, we haven't gone to Durban. We haven't gone to Pretoria.
No.
And so
We're gonna go to
those are
Pretoria
Those are places that you can also go around.
Hooten with the red bus.
Yeah, we did. We stopped through there. It was one of the stops on the red bus, on our bus.
Yeah, we
Yes.
were on the red bus yesterday.
Houghton, Houghton, something like
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on Durban? Heard a mixed review on
Yeah.
Durban.
And so, but anyway, but we
We still want to be able to, at another time, be able to at least check out Durban. And so before we get to like a Botswana,
I
Okay.
wanna.
You want to see everything in
I wanna
South Africa
see-
first.
You're in Gauteng, province, state, mostly developed. Okay.
Okay.
And so I want to check out, these spots here in South Africa before we check out Botswana. Yeah.
But why?
Why?
Yeah,
Because I mean, right now I'm sold on South Africa,
I know, but
and so
okay. Well,
it's like because I will have to do
more research on Botswana.
look at some videos, see what people are saying and things like that. People who've moved there. and
because
things
what
like that.
matters also to us is the political climate
Yes.
and the
Cost
economic.
of living, all
yeah.
of those things.
And I'm sure the cost of living is inexpensive. But we want to also be able to have one of the good things about being here, what we've experienced here is like my wife said, just having the access to Joburg has a large community of African Americans, yes, but having access to a lot of the amenities and things that we had in the U.S. Now we don't have to have we don't have to have everything. But one of the challenges that we had when we were living in Rwanda is because you know, we were very, very limited in the things that we could, you know, have access to while we were there. And so, you know, just like my wife said, just simple things like cooking, having access to, you know, not just
Our
the,
typical
you know,
grocery staples.
your grocery staples, uh, but also, you know, the things that you cook with. You know, those things were hard to come by. So
We eventually found them, but
yeah,
but they were very costly because of the cost of importing it.
so. But we appreciate you guys watching another video. If you have not done so, for those who are viewing for the first time, please like, subscribe to the channel. And we hope that you enjoyed this content, and we'll see you in the next video. My finger is ready for